What's going on, guys? This is TJ Lowerman, aka ThatSportsGamer, and we are continuing to break down all 30 teams in MLB 13 the show. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Arizona Diamondbacks. They made some big news over this offseason by trading Justin Upton to the Braves, but they got back Martin Prado, so maybe they're still going to be good, but why don't we take a look at their roster and see what that has to say. As you can see, J.J. Putz, Dave Hernandez are the two best players on their team, and Putz is only a 93, so they don't have the greatest overall roster, but they're pretty good. Let's take a look at the starting rotation. Brandon McCarthy, Ian Kennedy, Daniel Hudson, Wade Miley, and Patrick Corbin. And you also got Trevor Cahill and Reynold Delgado, who they got from the Braves. That's a bunch of guys rated 80 and above. Plus you get Tyler Skaggs and Archie Bradley, who are both under 22. I mean, that's a pretty legit rotation. And you get two lefties in Wade Miley and Patrick Corbin, both with 4 pitches. These guys are pretty good, and they're probably going to be a pretty good rotation for quite a while. Moving into the bullpen, we got David Hernandez and Heath Bell. I mean, that's pretty legit to have two 84 relievers, and Heath Bell used to be a closer. Plus, you get Brad Ziegler, who throws from the side slot, which is always tricky on the hitter. Closing it up, you got J.J. Putz. Nobody really after him, but if you do have a problem, you could probably move Heath Bell into the closer spot. Moving on to the catcher's position, they have Miguel Montero. Look at this guy. Great against righties, and he's got some good power. Behind him isn't really much. Wow, they got Will Nieves all the way. Wow, Will Nieves. Look at that. Tuffy Goosewish. That's a pretty sweet name. Moving on to first base, Paul Goldschmidt, and then pretty much nothing behind him. That's going to be a theme with some of these positions. Second base, you got Aaron Hill. He's got pretty decent power and contact numbers. Not so great against the lefties, which is kind of interesting. Tyler Bortnick. I mean, he's alright. You're going to need someone to fill in from time to time. But if you need someone to fill in, actually you got Martin Prado, who can pretty much play everywhere, which is what he did with the Braves, so he's going to be pretty valuable if you're doing a Diamondbacks franchise. Eric Chavez, great pop against righties. You know, if you needed Prado to play somewhere else, Chavez is going to be good playing third base for you, or even DHing when you're playing those American League games. Oh, and you get Mark Tien in AAA. It's a pretty terrible rating, but look at this. You got a 21-year-old 75 third baseman in Matt Davidson, who's got some pretty good hitting numbers. It's pretty impressive, actually. So he might be someone you want to do something with if you want to move Prado to another position or something. Nah, he only plays first. But yeah, Prado and Chavez give you a lot of good options. Shortstop, I mean, you got Willie Bloomquist and Cliff Pennington. I mean, both alright guys. You might want to try to pick up someone either on the free agent market or make a trade. Bloomquist has got some pop, but not a ton of power. And Cliff Pennington really has neither. In left field, you got Jason Kubel and Gerardo Parra. Ooh, and Eric Hinsky, one of the best off-the-bench hitters, so I mean, you kind of got some depth there, but they're not the greatest of players. But Parra should end up being pretty good for you. In center, you got Adam Eaton, who's nice and young at 24 with a potential on a 78. He's going to end up being really good. He's obviously in Double-A here because I believe he's hurt right now. Moving over to right field, you got Cody Ross. He's getting up there in age, so you might want to have to start thinking about some moves with those guys. But yeah, those are the Arizona Diamondbacks. So as you may have noticed, some of these guys are in the minor leagues. Something I did differently from the American League West videos, I actually switched to the Operation Sports Full Minors version 2 roster. Because I noticed in the version 1, I don't believe had Kyle Loesch was not on the Brewers in that update. So I'm doing all this with the Operation Sports rosters because those are the best ones you can get. So I'm going to keep breaking down all 30 teams in MLB 13 the show. So if you like that idea, you could leave a comment below or subscribe up top, like this video in particular, if you're a big Diamondbacks fan. I'd really appreciate it.